Hello, student. Welcome to your lesson. This lesson was recorded for you as an A1 student. Have fun. Well. For us to start here, we're talking about routine. Remember that in our last class, we talked about Alice's routine, and she told us what she does every day. She gets up, she has breakfast, she goes to work, she gets to work, she doesn't really finish, etc., etc. Today, let's go a little bit deeper on the subject. When we talk about routine, we have to remember that verbs are important to describe our routine day by day. And then we have to remember as well of the people, the subjects we can use. The subjects are I, you, we, they, he, she, it. But there is a difference between this first group and the second group when we add the verbs to it. When I have regular verbs, regularly when I want to create a sentence, I'm going to add a person, a verb, and a complement if necessary. So if I want to use to read, to go, and to try with these people, I just say I go, I read, we try. And the end, I have a sentence. But when it comes to he, she, it, there is a difference in the verb in affirmative sentences. Usually, we add s to the verb. So if I want to say that he reads, I'm going to add he reads and an s at the end of the verb. If the verb ends in O, X, Z, S, SS, CH, SH, we add ES to the verb. So I say, she goes. And if there is a consonant and a Y, I remove the Y and add IES. So I say, he, she, it, the rice. Other examples. He plays soccer. She does her homework. And you can bring a list of other verbs and create your own sentences to practice that. Let's see a couple of other examples in our chart. In this chart, I have the verbs to work, to leave, to finish, to do, to go, and to have. Let's practice each one of them in the affirmative sentences. Say after me, please. I work. You work. We work. They work. He works. She works. It works. Remember that it works is an expression. Se você usar o it works aqui, vai significar funciona. To give you an example, it works. Pode usar. Funciona. It works. Let's go to our next one, the verb to leave. Say after me, please. I leave. You leave. We leave. They leave. He leaves. She leaves. It leaves. Now with the verb to finish, I finish. You finish. We finish. They finish. He finishes. She finishes. It finishes. With the verb to do, I do. You do. We do. They do. He does. She does. It does. To go, I go. You go. We go. They go. He goes. She goes. It goes. To have, I have. You have. We have. They have. She has. He has. It has. This is a different verb, an irregular one. Affirmative sentences are like this. Let's take a look at each one of those verbs. To work, we follow the regular rule. We just add S. What about the verb leave? Well, leave ends in E, so I just add an S as well. Now with the verb to finish, it ends in SH. It's over here in our rule, SH. So I have to add the ES. It turns to be finishes. The verb to do, the same, it ends in the O, so I add ES. To go, OES. And to have irregular, we change the verb. Now let's go to the negatives because these are rules for the affirmative sentences. When it comes to the negative ones, we just use don't or doesn't. And the verb is the same. Aí a gente não precisa mais mudar o final do verbo, ele fica igual. So I say after me, please. I don't work. You don't work. We don't work. They don't work. But he doesn't work. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. And over here, it doesn't work means não funciona. My cell phone, it doesn't work. Não funciona. Let's go to the next verb, leave. I don't leave. You don't leave. We don't leave. They don't leave. Pay attention to the pronunciation of don't. I don't say I don't leave. I say I don't leave. Don't leave. You don't leave. You don't finish. Same thing with doesn't. I say he doesn't leave. She doesn't leave. It doesn't leave. Okay? Let's practice with the verb to finish. You don't finish. You don't finish. We don't finish. They don't finish. He doesn't finish. She doesn't finish. It doesn't finish. With the verb to do, I don't do. You don't do. We don't do. They don't do. He doesn't do. She doesn't do. It doesn't do. Do that practice with all of the verbs from this list, from the beginning to the end, because then you practice your speaking skills. Okay? Let's go to the questions now. When it comes to the questions, I have to use do and does. Remember, these questions relate to routine. So when I want to know about your routine, your daily activities, I ask questions with do or does. For example, do you finish? Do you leave? Do you work? Do we finish? Do we leave? Do we work? But when it comes to he, she, it, I use does. Does he work? Does he leave? Does he finish? This is also a practice for you. Try to create questions about routine with this structure. For example, do you work every day? Or does he leave at 5? Create your own questions and send them to me on your online classroom because I want to check that practice. When it comes to questions about routine, we have short answers. Do you work every day? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he leave at 5? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And this is also important practice. We don't answer the question with the verb from the question. So if I ask, do you work every day? We don't say, yes, I work. This is not common. We say, yes, I do. Does he leave? We don't say, yes, he leaves. We say, yes, he does, because the question has do and does. When the question has do and does, I answer the short answer with them. To give you an example, answer to me, please. Do you study English every day? Short answer, yes, I do. No, I don't. Another question. Does your best friend speak English? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Practice for you now. You are going to change the sentences to questions. So create questions and write the short answers. For example, Alice gets up at 6. What's the question for this sentence? Does Alice get up at 6? What's a possible short answer for this question? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. Do this to these sentences in this page from 1 to 8. Change each one of them to a question and then write a short answer, positive and negative. Do the exercise and come back so we compare our answers. Pause the video now. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's check each one of those answers. So our number one we did together. Does Alice get up at 6? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Number two, I make coffee at work. So the question is, do you make coffee at work? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Number three, Alice works for 6 hours. Does Alice work for 6 hours? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Alice takes a shower after dinner. Does Alice take a shower after dinner? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. I go to bed early. Do you go to bed early? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Teachers work hard. Do teachers work hard? Because teachers is they. Do teachers work hard? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Alice works in the summer. Does Alice work in the summer? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. And the last one, teachers love children. Do teachers love children? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Hope you got all of them right. Following to our last activity of the day, now you have to create questions and you are going to answer those questions according to your routine. So for number one, get up 6. How do I create a question with get up and 6 when it comes to routine? Do you get up at 6? How do you answer? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Or, yes, I get up at 6. No, I don't get up at 6. I get up at 8. Create your questions and answer the questions. Send them to me on your online classroom so I can check your responses. Before you go, pause the video, create your questions, and come back because we are going to compare the questions we created. Pause the video now. Welcome back again. Checking the questions you created with the ones I have. Do you have breakfast every day? Do you go to work at 8? Do you get to work at 9? Do you finish work at 6? Do you leave work tired? Oops, sorry, typo here. Do you leave work tired? Do you have dinner at 7:30? Do you go to bed at 10:45? These are the questions. Answer to all of those questions and send your responses to me on your online classroom. Extra practice. You could add a family member or your best friend to the questions. To give you an example, my brother. How do I create these questions using my brother? Does my brother have breakfast every day? Does he go to work at 8? Does he get at work? Does he get to work at 9? Does he finish work at 6? Does he leave work tired? Does he have dinner at 7:30? Does he go to bed at 10:45? The most you practice, the better you will get. Quanto mais você praticar, melhor você vai ficar. So try to create questions with at least one family member or a best friend and also answer the questions. Well, this is it for today. Hope you got all of your responses correct. See you next class.